drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 57 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe. These are his numbers from last. Rolling to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off the bootleg. Reynolds. That's complete to Dobbs. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Reynolds. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Run with Harris out of the shot.
Pick up right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing it.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Taylor to throw. He'll buy some time right. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Coup now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Reynolds. And that is incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Harris now to return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. There's Mecole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or hit straight.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off play action. Reynolds. It's brought in by Harris.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Reynolds. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. And a quick throw here that's complete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. Justin Jefferson, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jahan Dotson, a good
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Reynolds. That swung out wide to Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Jesus Christ.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Reynolds. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Here's Achane to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. Trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Back to the ground, Achane. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's seen yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Active play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. On 1st and 10, Reynolds. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Reynolds. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Reynolds. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 9. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reynolds. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Romeo Doubs, 58 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. He's going to let it fly. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. He gets away from one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory.